Hi, everyone. I'm Hadia, and today I will be presenting our multi-agent BI assistant for marketers. This tool is designed to be a smart, always available data partner for marketers to deliver real-time insights on demand. So it will help marketers track performance, uncover trends, and make data-driven decisions instantly. The day-to-day tasks of marketers often involve things like analyzing campaign performance, adjusting targeting, or optimizing budgets. And a lot of their work depends on fast and reliable data. For that, they have to depend on data professionals or their data teams to get them that data and those findings so that they can go ahead and do market research and perform their tasks. But all this slows down execution. This dependency and this weight limits their agility. This agentic application is going to remove that barrier for marketers by providing instant actionable insights. It's going to act like a capable colleague who understands their goals and actively works to achieve them. So the architecture that we have chosen for this application is the planning pattern. And it is great for this application because a planning pattern enables an LLM to break down large, complicated tasks into smaller, more manageable components. When a marketer would come to this application with a question, a project planning agent would first draft a project plan for that business requirement. It will split it into multiple business requirements if needed and is going to decide whether internal or external research is needed to answer those questions. And then we have individual specialized agents such as coding agent, market researcher, visualization expert, who are going to take those business requirements and work individually on those business requirements according to their expertise and spit out their analysis to the compiler. In the compiler, all these different analyses are stitched together to create a final report for the marketer, which has all the information they need to answer their requirement.
Hi, I am Tom, and I work as a marketing manager at a retail company. I have internal data for different channels, such as organic search, paid social, direct, etc. There are different measures recorded for each channel, such as total users, engagement rate, conversion rate, revenue, and so on. Now, I have a couple of questions I have from the data, and based on the answers, I want to do market research to improve our existing campaigns. I don't know how to code. Plus, all the data analysts in my team are busy, so I'm just going to use this agentic BI assistant that will make my life easy. So let's get started. I want to know which channel is performing the poorest and want to understand how attribution works in marketing. Once I ask this question, the planning agent translates my request into multiple business requirements and decides whether internal or external data is needed to answer those questions. After that, the coding agent writes Python queries to query internal data, and the researcher agent carries out web search. In the end, the analysis from both these agents is combined to create a final report. Now I have my answer. For the first requirement, that was identify poorest performing channel based on internal data. The agent has correctly answered that organic video has only 5 total users and 3 engaged sessions, indicating a lack of user interest or content relevance. And for the second requirement, that was how to measure and attribute success in data-driven marketing. It has used both internal data and external research to conclude that engagement rate, conversion rate, and revenue are pivotal metrics for data-driven marketers, has quoted their values correctly from our data, and has used the LinkedIn post as reference to suggest that in 2024, marketers focused on enhancing customer engagement through personalized content and interactive experiences. This is good for now, but think if I work with this assistant more, I will teach it to look in the right direction and be more insightful in its responses. That's it for today, folks. See you later.
In order to evaluate our assistant, we designed a structured set of 90 questions categorized by complexity and type. So in category A, we had just basic web-based marketing trivia that required only market research. In category B, there were coding questions related to the internal data, which required the agent to write Python queries, execute them, and answer those questions after running them. In category C, we had a mixture of questions which required both internal and external data, and it required the agent to make connections between the internal data findings and the external market research. And within each category, we had easy, medium, hard questions to evaluate the agent across a diverse set of questions. And while evaluating the agent, we wanted to look at the accuracy of the response, the usefulness of it, and the time the agent took to answer those questions. So the results were impressive, perfect scores in most categories. For web-based marketing trivia, as expected, the agent answered all 30 questions correctly because it simply involved a basic Davali search to answer those trivia questions. The part where it struggled was that sometimes it would incorrectly do internal research to answer those trivia questions, whereas no internal data was needed to answer those questions. So it would create connections between that trivia question and the internal data and unnecessarily include internal data research in its final report. For the coding questions, again, 30 out of 30 were correct because they involved writing the Python query, executing it, and correctly answering that question. For the mixed questions, the performance was a bit low. The part where the agent struggled was that even though it got the correct answer from the Python query it ran to query the internal data, it was not good at connecting dots between internal and external findings and come up with a comprehensive, insightful report to answer that business requirement. Looking ahead, there are a couple of improvements we want to make to our system. The first one is that we want to have a human in the loop so that when the agent creates a plan, it is verified by the agent. And once it's verified, only then the agent goes ahead and performs those tasks. The second one is fine tuning. We want the marketers to keep on working with their system so that the agent continues to have more and more context in terms of which application it's working on, in terms of the environment it's working on. And finally, we want the agent to be humble. We want it to know its limitations, and we don't want it to hallucinate and try to give an answer for the sake of giving an answer. So, in the end, a true autonomous agentic AI system would be good at decision making and would be continuously learning, would integrate well with multiple data sources. There should be a clear reward function that would guide its behavior. And that is why, when we are evaluating such a system, we are asking specific questions about how the system would make decisions and operate independently. We wanted to act like a skilled employee who would understand their role and they would take initiative to achieve results by learning from their colleagues and the person interacting with them. So the purpose of giving this presentation was not to sell a product. This was just a project that we did in this boot camp to show you how agentic AI can be used to perform various day-to-day tasks, to unblock humans for more creative work by assigning the grunt work to agents. And we want to be able to build similar solutions for different people who are right now either struggling to perform these tasks because of budget constraints, resource constraint, and we want to create custom agentic solutions for such people. So feel free to contact us. Our LinkedIn profiles are mentioned here. Feel free to look us up and contact us if you were looking for a custom agentic solution for your business, for your problem. And thank you so much for listening to this presentation.